So I tried to take a week off of doing What's Up in Makeup because it's US Thanksgiving this week. And I could not because the cosmetic industry news is newsing this week. We have lots to share. And the big thing that really tipped it off, where it was like, I have to make a What's Up in Makeup, is what's going on over at UOMA Beauty. Oh my gosh, you guys. So if you were not familiar with UOMA Beauty, it was started in 2019 by the lovely and fabulous Sharon Chuter. And in the spring of 2023, at least to the outside, it seemed like she was abruptly leaving the brand completely. She cited mental health struggles and physical health struggles and was just like, you know what, I cannot do this anymore. And there's pictures of her on the beach, and that's kind of the end of that. Let's just say they had a very tumultuous 2023, and that led to complete silence in 2024. Now they're back. And people are not happy about the Instagram post that they put up and the details in there about how they're going to make things right for customers that have been waiting for their products since summer of 2023. We'll talk about it. I have all the details for you. It's wild. After that, we're going to check in on Halo Beauty and Juice Beauty. I did pieces on both of those brands and things that they were choosing to do. And y'all were like, what is happening? I'm like, I know what is going on. And I have updates on what has happened since then for both of those brands, in Halo going under new ownership and Juice Beauty and their terrible marketing campaign. The last brand we're going to talk about is a brand called Bold Hue, which probably doesn't sound familiar because they're a brand new brand. We talked about them this past summer. Essentially, the idea is that you get this little machine and you scan your face, and after you scan your face, it spits out the perfect color of foundation for you, a 1 week supply. This was a very pricey item. I ordered it in order to share it with you and to do a review on it because you all were interested in it. I was interested in it. Again, this is early August. We don't have our products, and now there's something else going on with it, but I will tell you what's been happening behind the scenes in emails and things of what's going on with the Bold Hue device. Really hoping this isn't another Lisa Frank, I'm never getting my product thing. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but I have all the details for you. And then we're going to wrap up the show with a different kind of PR purchase product of the week, because the products I want to share with you are ones that are not on my face today. They're things that I really just need to show you in real time. So if you're interested in any of that, all of that, hang tight. We're about to jump into all of it right now. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup, where we talk about everything that happened across the cosmetic industry all in one place. This is a weekly show. Typically, we do a top news segment on Sundays. We do the product report on Mondays. Sometimes this is all I can get is just the one show. So that's what we're doing this week, but I've taken some copious notes on what we're going to put into the product report next week. When you are a one-person production team, this is how things go sometimes. Terrified to delegate anything. So for now, we're just gonna go with what I can do on my own in a week. Anyway, enough about my things going on. Thanksgiving was lovely, by the way. I hosted. It was fabulous. Food was amazing. Family's amazing. We're all good over here. Hopefully your Thanksgiving, if you celebrate, was just as good as mine, because mine was pretty freaking fab. All right, enough about that. Let's talk about UOMA Beauty. We do need to rewind a little bit and just kind of talk about how things fell apart over there. Just completely fell apart. Like I mentioned in the intro, UOMA Beauty was founded by Nigerian-born Sharon Chuter. She was frustrated that she felt like a lot of the cosmetic companies were catering to a small range of skin tones, and she wanted to widen it. In both directions, she widened it, both very light skin tones as well as deeper skin tones. She also wanted to make sure, for example, that her eyeshadow formula showed up on all skin tones, her blush formula. Essentially, just that everybody could participate in makeup. She wanted to make sure that could happen with UOMA Beauty, and she did that. According to an article in the publication CEW, which stands for Cosmetic Executive Women, Sharon created a makeup brand through which she could use her voice as an advocate for self-love, authentic self-expression, and her deep beauty industry experience to push her agenda forward and challenge the system, with products that are not only groundbreaking in innovation, but are also exceptional in quality and created for every woman from inception. Spending so much time on Sharon and her mission is really important to the story, because what happens with any brand is once they hit a certain point, a lot of times, I can't say every brand because I don't know every brand, but the traditional trajectory is to get investors so that you can grow the brand larger. And that's what happened with UOMA Beauty. The problem with that sometimes is sometimes the investors have a different vision or a different mission, and that can change the trajectory of the brand. I don't know if that's specifically what happened with UOMA Beauty, but that's kind of what things might be alluding to. So Sharon leaves UOMA Beauty in April of 2023, citing the quote, corporate grind taking a toll on her body and mind. Though she was stepping down as leader of the company, she chose to stay on as the product and creative visionary for the brand. But this seemed to be the beginning of the end of UOMA Beauty, because by late summer, customers started complaining that they weren't getting their orders. It was all lit up all over their social media that they had ordered things and it had been 2 months and they hadn't heard anything. The website was open, people were ordering, but people weren't getting their orders. And then in November, they shut down their customer service email and the customer service phone number, yet the website was still open for orders. Explain to me how that is any way legal. I don't know if it's legal or not here in the US, but it's definitely illegal in the UK. And we know this because the UK government sent a warning to UOMA Beauty that they could be struck off the register and dissolve within 2 months if they didn't settle their accounts. In December, the new leadership at UOMA Beauty decided to sell the company to a private equity firm called MacArthur Beauty LLC. And what was weird about this, and what we talked about in What's Up in Makeup at the time, was that MacArthur Beauty was only created, at least it seemed that way, to acquire UOMA Beauty. MacArthur, the private equity firm, existed before that, but their only experience seemed to be, well, their main experience seemed to be in investing in cannabis-related companies. Now, like I was saying, the heart of UOMA Beauty was Sharon Shooter, who was Nigerian-born. She was all about making sure that the products worked for everybody. It was a passion project. She started the Pull Up for Change movement. She was really focused specifically on uplifting Black voices, Black-owned businesses, creating discussion about equity, creating discussion about Black people in the upper levels of management of beauty companies. This is where UOMA Beauty was founded and started and ran, and now it is being purchased by 2 white men who seem to only know about cannabis. It just seemed like a mismatch, and it seems like Sharon felt the same way because she came out publicly and said she was going to try to challenge the sale. That was later dropped. Sharon described the situation to Business of Beauty as, quote, a cautionary tale of the realities of what founders have to suffer quietly with investors and why we are seeing more and more exodus of founders and consequently a decline of innovation. And that brings us to this past week when UOMA Beauty scrubbed their whole Instagram and started over with 3 new posts. The main post that talked more about what the future of UOMA Beauty was is still there, but comments are shut off. Here is what it says. At UOMA Beauty, you are at the heart of everything we do, and we're deeply committed to making things right for our community. To all of you who placed orders during our pause between August 2023 and November 2024, thank you for your unwavering patience and support. It means the world to us. We're diligently reviewing every order and working to ship them as quickly as possible. Once your order is processed, you'll receive a confirmation email with your order details. If any products are out of stock, you will receive store credit equal to the value of your item or order. And as a token of our gratitude, every order will include a complimentary mini gift from us to you. We're so excited about what's to come and can't wait to share the next chapter of UOMA Beauty with you. Thank you for being a part of our journey. We're just getting started. And as you can imagine, the backlash was immediate. Asking why people with outstanding orders from between August and November of 2023, over a year ago, a year and a few months ago, are not being offered refunds. Because the thing is they shut off their email, their customer service email. They shut off their customer service phone number in November. So there was no way for these people to then contact UOMA Beauty and get their money back. There was no option for that. And if people waited too long, sometimes banks will only refund money for purchases up to 30 days. And people that ordered in August maybe were just like, okay, well, giving them a benefit of the doubt, basically, and then couldn't get a charge back from their banks. My point in saying this is that it's possible that the vast majority of people who had orders that they put in during this time had no way of getting their money back. And now UOMA Beauty is not even offering that as an option. When I saw this post, I decided to comment because I wanted to know more about what was happening. And in response, UOMA Beauty's PR team reached out to me privately, and they gave me a little bit of information that I do want to share with you. One thing they clarified was that they are trying to reach out to each individual customer that had an order open from them to get any updated addresses. They didn't say anything about whether they would offer them a refund for their products. They've also said that if there are items that they wanted that are not in stock, that they would offer store credit, that refunds are just not on the table here. And it just absolutely blows my mind that after this kind of debacle, after this kind of bungling, that they wouldn't offer refunds. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, either they can't afford the refunds or they just don't want to give the refunds because they're trying to build the business back up, and giving that money back to people, it's just not something that they want to do in trying to regrow this brand. If you are interested in ordering from UOMA Beauty now, their website is up and running, and they do have products on Ulta's website. If you're looking for UOMA Beauty by Sharon C, it does still exist on the Walmart website. Definitely get it if you want anything from that line, because I was told that that line will be discontinued once it sells out, which is not a shocker at all considering Sharon C is gone. And also, I don't know how well that line sold. It seemed like from press releases from back then that it just wasn't selling well. One thing I do appreciate over on the UOMA Beauty Instagram is that even though they do have comments turned off on that one post, they do have them turned on the other two posts. And it really is a mix of people being very excited about the UOMA Beauty products coming back and people that are disappointed in the way that they're handling these, orders that are 15 months old. What it comes down to is just a few facts, just to summarize. UOMA Beauty is no longer Black owned. They should be having the same products over at the UOMA Beauty brand. The UOMA Beauty by Sharon C line is being discontinued. And if you happen to have an outstanding order, it should be coming. And that's kind of the way that it is. And you're probably not going to get your money back at this point. As far as the future of UOMA Beauty, we'll just have to wait and see. My hope for UOMA Beauty, if I was going to give them some advice that they didn't ask for, would be to go the route that Mented and Beauty Bakery are going, in that both of those companies were acquired by a non-Black owned company, but the heart of those companies were rooted in being Black owned. So what that company chose to do was they hired KJ Miller, who was the founder of Mented, to run both brands. So then that way you have somebody that understands the heart, understands the mission, running those companies. And I would highly suggest that UOMA Beauty puts that person in the spotlight so that people can have confidence that at least somebody that understands the mission from a personal level, not just from an outside level, but from a personal level, is then deeply involved in the trajectory of the brand as it is. But again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, and I will be watching. Since the piece that I did on the possible new owners of the Tati Westbrook founded vitamin company Halo Beauty, since that video went live, things have been very quiet on their Instagram. They posted a couple of stories, one of them about these strikes that are happening in Canada and Canadian shipping, but overall, it's just been very quiet over there. The big update that I want to bring to you on this story comes from the comment section of that video and some things that you all shared with me. The first thing surrounds the people that I believe have purchased Halo Beauty, and it is the company called True Luscious. They also own a company called Luscious Cosmetics that is available in Pakistan. And a few of you left some comments talking to me and telling me a little bit more about Luscious and their reputation in Pakistan. And they actually have a great reputation according to a couple of people who commented. There were a few comments specifically talking about how the lipstick formula, that those lipsticks are actually of very good quality, which is wonderful to hear. There is the other side of it, however, in that a lot of you informed me that the True Luscious products were available in BoxyCharm or Ipsy and that you received them over the last couple of years and that the quality was absolutely terrible. So it is possible that the Luscious products available in Pakistan are different than the products from the True Luscious line that you can get here in the United States. That's all I can think of in the discrepancy between those two sets of comments. It's also important to note that it's not unusual for the Halo Beauty Instagram to take long breaks. For example, they took off the entire month of September. What is kind of unusual is that they were on kind of a roll posting. They had posted on November 5th, the 7th, the 11th, the 13th, and the 14th, and then they just abruptly stopped posting. So who knows really what's going on over there. I do know that they said they would let us know more in December. It's now December, so I will keep my eye on it and I will let you know if I see anything interesting going on over there. And we can maybe finally confirm that the True Luscious brand really is the one taking over Halo Beauty for official. Moving on to Juice Beauty, I went off on them a couple weeks ago. Just a little bit, because I was just mad. I'm not a fan of clean beauty rhetoric. A lot of it is BS. A lot of it is used specifically just to sell product. It's not based in science. So I went off a little bit. Here's a little bit of a clip of that show. On their Instagram, there's this post that says, "Are you ready for a fresh start?" And then the caption says, "Our story is getting juicier. Watch this space." And then there's this little text video that they put up. It starts with saying that they're retiring, but then it changes to that they're rebranding. The caption says, "We've always been ahead of the curve when it comes to clean beauty. Now we're stepping into a new era and we can't wait to show you what's next." And I was kind of hoping they were going science. Oh no. They are going hard the other direction into even more clean beauty. So this is the post that sent me over the edge. The post says, "Beyond clean, ditch the junk," followed by the backs of competitor products. Juice Beauty is calling these products junk and saying that you should replace these products with their products. So here we go. Left to right, this is what I believe they are. First, the Kosas Dream Beam Silicone-Free Mineral Sunscreen SPF 40. Next, the La Roche-Posay Mineral Ultralight Sunscreen Fluid. The next one I'm not 100% sure because it looks like it might be a discontinued cleanser from Sephora, which is weird. I do know, I can't say I know, but this one looks exactly like the Supergoop sunscreen. You probably called that one if you're familiar with that product. And then the last one appears to be old packaging of the Skin Fix Barrier Foaming Oil Cleanser. I would say to Juice Beauty, show me the science. Don't just put this stuff up there with no's on there, demonizing these products. Show me the science. That's what I would like to see. But the thing is, they can't show the science because they're fear-mongering propagandists. Not long after that show went up, Juice Beauty did remove the post in question. But since then, they have continued to post about their rebrand. But honestly, I'm looking over there and I'm trying to figure out what the rebrand actually is. Maybe because I don't follow Juice Beauty very closely, I don't really see what it is, except for that their logo seems to be slightly different in some of the pictures. I don't know. I'm a little confused. But the other interesting thing that happened also happened in the comment section. There was a post on that video by someone who appears to be the founder of Juice Beauty, Karen Banky. I looked into it to try to verify that this is her account. Of course, there is no way to know for sure. All I can say is that the account was created in 2011. The biography looks to be accurate to her. The photo is accurate to her. Of course, there's no way to 100% know that it's her, her, but this is the comment that she left on the video. It said, "Hi, Jen. I stopped running Juice Beauty in December 2023 when the private equity group Invest Group hired Lance Patterson as the CEO to run the company. So I'm no longer there and not involved in any of this branding. XO Karen." And what she says there does match up accurately to public record. So if that's Karen, she wants to make sure we know that she was not involved in that bullshit. Fair enough. Valid, Karen. I have now shared that information and I'm glad you weren't involved in it. It seems like the team over there also realized that that probably wasn't the best thing and could potentially get them sued. Maybe. I don't know enough about the law to know if they could get sued for that, but I'm glad that they removed the post. And even if it's not illegal, calling your competitors junk is just unprofessional and rude. Is just what it comes down to. I have a feeling the rest of this rebrand is going to be pretty quiet, but if I do see anything, of course, I'll let you know. Now, this one is a little bit more personal because it involves my money. So, but I do want to share it with you because I know some of you also purchased this bold hue device that we talked about back in the summertime. Here's a little more detail on how it works and why I personally wanted it. So you pull this little wand off of the device and you scan it in 3 parts on your face, like 3 different times. And it takes, I guess, the average of those 3 scans and it spits out your perfect foundation shade. It starts off in like the colored globs and then you take a little spatula that comes with it and you spin it up in the jar and it's supposed to give you a fresh 1 week supply of foundation that is your perfect shade. I know a lot of you were asking whether it will work on freckled skin. Bold Hue says yes, it absolutely does. As far as the formula, I know we had some questions back then. It is a vegan and cruelty-free brand. They call it a universal formula that is feather light, buildable, and leaves a natural looking radiant look. It's a combination of skincare forward moisturizers and antioxidants that infuse while leaving the skin feeling soft, smooth, and comfortable, not dry, tight, or weighed down. Wears perfectly over skincare and under other forms of makeup. Before launch, Bold Hue hyped this up as any new brand should. They said that they only had 10,000 units and 40,000 people on the waiting list, and they were good to go, and if you wanted it, you needed to jump in right then. So launch day comes on August 2nd. I jumped on, I was excited, I purchased my device so that I could share it with you. Honestly, for personal, what I was most excited about was looking in my foundation drawer and seeing how close I was at matching my foundation, from being in the store, like how close was I to what the Bold Hue machine pumped out. And I wanted to play with it and I wanted to share it with you and I thought it would be fun. Nothing happened though, because we didn't hear anything for 2 months, which is fine. It's a new company. We knew it was a pre-order. Everything is fine. So 2 months later, we get an email and it says that the starter kits would begin shipping on October 24th and that we should allow 2 to 3 weeks for our kit to be shipped from that date. So October 24th comes and goes. We didn't get an email about our ship date. On November 20th, Bold Hue posted on their Instagram this video with the caption, "Can you believe the future of makeup is here?" And I'm like, okay, it's here for you, but where's my device? Because it's not here for me. So I was reading the comments and someone had asked about when they were shipping and I responded to that. And then Bold Hue responded directly and said, "We hear you and we truly appreciate you sticking with us. As you know, our top priority is delivering the best possible experience and groundbreaking innovation. Thank you for being part of the journey. Your support means everything." And it's like, but when are we getting the things? Like, I'm cool, but when are we getting our things? Like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. I can wait. It's cool. But so I emailed them and they did respond and I was actually pretty happy with the response. It's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. They decided to extend the timeline to March of 2025. They said this extra time allows us to fine tune every detail to deliver the exceptional quality and experience you deserve. But this was the kicker that really was surprising to me. And I was like, okay, all right, this is where we're at. They said that as a thank you for my support and patience, that they had dropped the price down from $295, which is what I had paid in full, to $99. And I did receive the refund for the difference. I also noticed that Collective Brain of Makeup Awesomeness member Lauren Lex, who is also a video creator, I will link her video down below for you, was in the exact same situation. She received an email as well. She said she actually learned about the device on What's Up in Makeup. And I'm like, this is where I feel bad sometimes, because I will show you things and then we will purchase things either together or separately. And then something might go wrong and then I feel bad. But it seems like they are on top of it. This is not a situation like UOMA Beauty where it seems like they're holding on to the money indefinitely with no customer service email. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're actually like, to refund it to make it be $99. I feel like that's pretty good. Like, I'm happy with that. I'm just hoping everything works out, you know? And I was thinking maybe when it was taking so long, I was thinking that it might have been that they just didn't get the number of orders in that they needed in order to finish the production of the products. But if it was a money issue, why would they refund us so much money? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe like give us free, 3 sets of free refills or something instead, like as the thank you, instead of refunding so much money. So I have a feeling it's not a money issue, that there must be something going on with production, that things are just not going right for one reason or another, some kind of problem. Another thing that I noticed, which is notable, I noticed and it's notable that the website's no longer taking orders, which I think personally is also a good sign, in that they're not going to allow more people to get involved in this, and they just want to take care of the people that have already purchased. So even though there seem to be issues, personally, I'm cool with it right now. Like, I feel like we're in a good place. I'm really hoping this isn't a situation where it just ends up getting scrapped, because I really want the device. That's the thing, is I just really want the device, but if it's not ready, it's not ready. I don't want a device that doesn't work right and then that tanks their brand. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'll update you in March or before that if I hear anything before that. All right, it is time for PR purchase product of the week. And I told you that the 2 products I want to share with you are not on my face today, and that I needed to show you a little bit differently. It's kind of a favorite and a fail. We're going to start with the fail. Too Faced sent this to me in PR. Thank you so much for sending it over. Y'all know how much I love so many Too Faced products. I feel like I need to preface this, especially for Collective Brain member Mons. I'm thinking of you. This is trash. I'm so sorry. Mons is such a big fan of Too Faced, and she always gets upset with me when I say things that I don't like. I like a lot of Too Faced products. I love their cream bronzer stick. It's one of my favorite things ever. I love their blushes. I like their lip oils. Too Faced does a lot of stuff right. This is the biggest fail I have. No, I would say Glow Job is the biggest fail. This is second. I don't know. Maybe it's tied. It's so bad. Okay, so this is a lip gloss ring. It comes in this little cardboard box, and you open it. Got a little catch there, so it's a little hard to open. And la, 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 there is your beautiful ring inside. Y'all, what is Too Faced? What? I don't even know how this even happened. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There you go. How is this Too Faced? Like Wet n Wild? Yes. This isn't even, if I got something like this from NYX Cosmetics, from ColourPop, I would be like, what is happening? This is the lip gloss on the inside. Just looks like that. You can see that I've tried it and used it a few times. Y'all, this is $22. $22. We'll put it on just so you can see what it looks like. And beyond that, the formula inside is very cheap feeling. It does not feel like, I would hope maybe like a Laneige kind of feeling, like a softer balm inside. Something like that would be good. Something that felt really emollient and thick and like perfect for winter. No, it's really cheap feeling. This feels and looks like something from the TJ Maxx child section. That's where we're at with this. I mean, the formula does, I will give it credit. It smells good. It's got a little bit of a sweet scent to it, but it's just not like, you have to like pack it on to really get an emollient feel on your lips. You just have to keep going back and forth and back and forth. It's terrible. I don't know. $22. I would be embarrassed, honestly. If I was part of the production of this, I would be embarrassed. I don't even know how this even happens. If you're going to buy something from Too Faced and you want a lip product, I'm going to go with Trevor Barrett on this and talk about the lip oils. The lip oils are really nice. They're the same price as this. Trevor also did a video on the ring. I'm going to put a little clip of his video now just because I love the way he articulates my exact feelings.
Girl, what the f is this? Do they really think we're this dumb? This is a lip gloss ring from Too Faced. Packaging is pretty light and cheap plastic. And you might say, oh, the packaging's cheap, but the formula's probably good. Girl, I mean, it's a little bit of shine, but let's be fair, I'll try it on the lips.
You serious?
She is jealous of Vaseline. I mean, maybe I'm a hater. Let's ask the audience. Look, it's a cute and fun idea. It feels like something fun for a kid, but the price does not suggest that. This costs 22 US dollars. The exact same price, you can get a full-size beautiful lip oil like this or a full-size lip liner. And both of these products are very high quality, beautiful finishes, and good packaging. So I just don't understand why we're doing this.
That's how I feel about that. I mostly just wanted to let you know so you knew what you were buying if you are buying this. Personally, do not recommend. What I do recommend, however, though, I am so proud. My friend Marlena launched a fragrance line. It is called Marste, and these are the most beautiful fragrances I have ever owned because I am cheap. Marlena launched 3 fragrances and 3 what she calls essences. So this is the fragrance. This is a 50 milliliter bottle or a 1.7 ounce bottle. It is $168. The essences, there's 3 of those as well. This one is the Essence Vanille. This is $92 for 30 milliliters or 1 ounce. And I grabbed my kitchen scale so I could just kind of tell you how heavy this is because this is so freaking heavy. I have never owned a fragrance that feels like this. I've picked them up in stores, but I've never purchased one. So I'm just going to weigh it real quick. Okay, so this one is 10.8 ounces on the scale. So that gives you an idea of how much the bottle weighs. And then the essence is going to be 7.5 ounces. Oh my goodness. They also have this gorgeous custom cap here. Like, what is even happening? Oh my gosh. Really, really gorgeous. Now, I just got them yesterday, so I'm still playing with them. And when I get a new fragrance, I like to wear it for a few days. I like to see how long it lasts. Also, with the essences, these are meant to layer. So I want to play with these and layer them on top of other fragrances. I will tell you my favorite layer so far is actually 2 essences together. It's the Essence Mandarin and the Essence Vanille together. Smells amazing, right up my alley. Because I had that fragrance subscription for years and years and years, I have 60, 70 different fragrances that I rotate around, and I've never smelled anything like these. They are so unique and complex. Like even the one that's like vanilla, you would think it smells like vanilla. It's so much more complex than that. It's kind of hard to describe. Actually, let me spray it and just kind of try to at least describe one of them for you from my perspective. Okay, so it starts off with a very sweet, like almost vanilla cake kind of smell, but there's an elegance to it. And then as it's drying down, it starts to get a little bit spicy and you start really smelling those complexities in there. The first spray smells like something you could eat, but as it dries down, oh no, I wouldn't want to eat this anymore. As it dries down, there's a warmth to it that is so unique and beautiful. It feels feminine and soft and warm, not sexy, but soft and warm and cuddly and cozy is the way that I would describe the vanilla one. Just smells amazing. To mix it up a little bit, I want to spray for you the Jardin because this one, it kind of, and I hate to say this, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Marc Jacobs fragrances, like the Daisy fragrances. I'm not a floral person. I don't like grandma florals, and that's all the respect to the grandmas out there, but I'm not a grandma floral kind of person. I like florals that don't overpower with a bouquet kind of scent to it. This one is beautiful. It almost has like a honeysuckle kind of scent to it. It's very sweet, but not sugary. Again, it has a softness to it, but this one has a little bit more elegance to it. It's got a little bit more of a going out for a fancy brunch brunch kind of scent. And as it dries down more, it gets a little more sharp and a little more almost citrusy. I don't have the notes written down, so I don't know what it's supposed to smell like. I'm just telling you what I think it smells like. But floral is definitely the top of this. If you don't like floral at all, I would say pass on this one. But if you do like those florals that aren't grandma florals, this one's a really good one because it has that sweet but not sugary note to it. Very, very nice. And again, I'm still playing with these and I want to play with the layering of it because you know I like to overcomplicate everything. So the idea of layering fragrances just is very appealing to me. I also want to mention that they come in these beautiful custom boxes that are custom to each fragrance. So when you have that experience of opening it, it just looks like that. I mean, talk about elegance. Absolutely beautiful. So I just want to congratulate Marlena and thank you so much for sending these over for me to try. I can't wait to play with them more and I will be talking about these more. I'm just letting you know, this is my friend and I will be promoting the heck out of her fragrance line. This video I wanted to focus on things I really liked, but if I come across anything that I don't like, I'll be sure to let you know. I also want to mention that Marlena is having a sale for Black Friday, which is fabulous. If you were looking at trying these, it's a 30% off sale. It's on their site now until December 2nd. You're going to use code BF30 at checkout. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. And thank you, of course, as always, to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you for sharing with me all of the things that you found across the internet this week. I appreciate you so much. Our live chat today will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be hanging out talking about makeup. I hope that you can join us if you can. That is fabulous. But if you can't join us live, I completely understand. It is a busy time of year. You can find the live chat on the replay, just hanging out in your subscription feed if you're subscribed. That is the easiest way to find it. So just hit the subscribe button real quick and it'll just show up right there for you. Very easy. If you don't want to do that, that's okay too. I'll take it personal. If you go over to my channel page and click on the live tab, they'll be there, or down in the description box down below is the What's Up in Makeup live chat podcast, where it'll have all of our live chat episodes for this year and last year. Thank you again so much for watching What's Up in Makeup. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having a lovely start to your winter holiday season. If you would like to hang out a little longer because you are not ready to go, that would be great. I would love for you to stay. YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you over here to watch. The bottom one is going to be last week's top news segment. The top one is going to be one YouTube is going to recommend to you based on your current viewing history. But if you do have to go, I get it. It is no problem. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did, and mad love to you. I will see you in a video very, very soon.